Do we have to keep getting up
No,
to move our minis?
And we're live, by the way.
Session 0.
So we just have to point or tell her.
Yeah, cat controls the board.
We can
I brought a
Apparently.
laser pointer.
Ooh, that's nice.
I want to go there.
We can go like this. You can see better.
That could actually work.
We actually have
I only have
maps.
one. We don't have one.
and
Yep.
the local map, and I'll shut up.
Who still needs people
Do you
on
see
the
us
board?
right behind the DM screen?
Oh,
You have to stand up. Me and Doug
you.
are right
Sorry.
now.
DM's the best.
Oh, okay.
Do you know
I was
where
trying to be polite. I didn't
you're supposed to be
understand.
anymore?
where do you guys
people
want to
don't
be?
get views.
The bell has not rung yet.
Oh,
Let's start there.
The bell has not rung yet.
where are we at?
You're going to be at the, how about the Metal Matters and Iron Skillet?
We were.
I'm following.
We
I'm
were.
following.
We were wherever Jason
Ashara.
is at a library doing research. There's a library, isn't there?
It's in Temple of Sid.
Yeah, so that's where we were.
meant
I
to
think.
say Victoria's Secret.
I'm following you.
Victorious.
Yes, it
And
was
you
supposed to be
said
wrong, my dear.
Victorious.
No, I'm following
Apparently I said the
you.
wrong
I'm your
thing.
protect.
You are the great warrior.
But you.
I am the holder of the AC. No.
She wants you.
Are you
to
intentionally
steer.
here, or did you?
No, I just
Okay.
put it out. Go ahead and put me in the Temple of Vulcan.
Did you grab my mini out of the bag?
It
No.
is.
Isn't it one of these?
I have
big
14
boobies?
AC, by the way.
That's okay.
I beat you, strong
We're looking
man.
for
Little
bird.
boy.
Really?
16.
Tied with me. What are you wearing?
Why? It's scale mail, man. It's crazy.
What?
The option of an artificer, I could pick leather or scale.
Do you have proficiency in it?
There you go. Where are you starting?
It was giving me an option.
They're in the
So,
temple.
If
Yeah, I
I,
think we're
did
starting
something
in the-
wrong,
We
I did something
said
wrong.
the temple, right?
Yeah.
But the option was presented to me, so
All of
I
them?
picked it.
The three of them.
We
yeah.
were.
That's great.
So I'll tell you what we're not going to be doing this campaign. Stealthing around.
I got stealth.
Not with the whole party.
do.
We're not.
That's what group skill
Them two,
checks are for.
me. Yeah, well, not the way. Well, it's
Well, I mean, this
We were
guy's
at the temple.
this guy's got a
I can
ukulele that just
If I
never
need to,
shuts
but I need to know
off.
ahead of time.
We were at the temple.
Yeah, we were at the temple. We were looking for help.
Is that
and
an Amisha?
researching,
Was that an Amisha? Okay.
and we were researching attacks on villages, local villages. I think that was.
Oh,
Okay.
we got some.
We have some music.
I like it. So I guess I'm gonna start here.
A barnyard.
With a commercial.
Wow. How about a river town?
Come on.
It's more of a river town.
Oh, is that the bell?
So-
do you hear the bell?
Is there any narration like to set this up or what?
Come to the center of town! It's time for Ostera! Come to the center of town!
Oh.
How's that?
Alfred, I hear the bell.
Then we must
There's
go.
a town crier.
There's a town crier, apparently.
Yeah, and had we met?
I thought I didn't know if we were going to start like that.
Yeah. I
Do you
guess
want me to go back and do some more?
But it might be useful to
Okay.
lay out that part of it.
Okay.
Introductions.
So the
At least, yeah, like the first meet cutes.
okay. So the campaign is taking place in the town of Omisha, which is at the center of the world.
Right.
And the characters have found themselves there for different reasons. Would you guys like to introduce what reasons you're there? Or
No.
no?
I'm not going to do that.
Fair enough.
Doing some research.
So the biggest group that we have is currently at the temple. Do you want to talk about how you guys
That's us.
met? Yes.
So I'm Vakri Ashara. And
Switch.
Do I have the wrong person?
Yes.
This one? Oh, yeah. This one and
Wait,
This one?
the bird, yes.
Yeah.
okay.
I came to
Switch the
Amnesia
big guy
from
with the
the
little guy.
forests in search of warriors to hunt down those responsible for the death of my village and my parents. And ran into Halfred Strongarm.
Halfred Strongarm is a warrior of the Strongarm force, and he is willing to be that person for a shard.
Nice.
And so the
And
two of you decided to go on a fact-finding mission before trying to hunt down that force, and that's how you ended up meeting.
Ideal Stormwind, who is, I guess, already here, scouring through tomes of the histories of cults of Dionysus.
Yep, Dionysus.
Also researching. Might have to turn that part down. Because my wife, my former wife, was killed as a bystander of sorts to a cult. She was a bartender, and there were some cult activities going on, and I don't have my thing up. She was killed, and I'm not happy about it.
Dionysus, being one of the chaotic gods, his cult members poisoned the mead that evening, which caused some drunken savagery in that tavern that caused the death of poor Ideal's wife.
Whatever her name was.
So when you say poison,
I've
you
got a
mean
good
like
one, it's fine.
lethal poison, or did they just like spike it?
They spiked it and let loose their inhibitions, some of the more savage kind. Your wife's name was Joy.
Was it?
Yes, because your girlfriend is Magdalene.
Yes. They don't know that.
Is she pretty?
I'll have to get back to you on that. I haven't seen her in a while.
So, traveling our fair town, one of the most well-known people in town would be Shriek.
Yes, at least in theory, they know of me. Yeah, so for the festival, it's the changing of seasons from winter to spring. And to celebrate and sing songs to the gods of the realm, they brought in one of the most admonished and admired bards in the area. And I'm actually need to come down to the brewery, I think, a little bit. Yes,
Fire
a
Mountain
little south to the brewery.
Yes.
Entertaining guests and using my ambience, my aura, if you will, to encourage people to drink a lot. And I get a little bit under the table from the owners of the establishments.
There might be some intrigue for the Republic that some of the people bring Shriek down because they don't like one of the other four. And then we have two other characters on our board.
You want to go first or me? All right. So, I'm playing a Kinku, and Kinku take their names from just sounds because they can all reproduce any sound that they hear. And so my name is, but humans call me Thwack. And Thwack's actually native to Omisha, and this is his favorite time of year. So, oh, that's my camera. Okay. And so every year for the past, since he was a kid, he found this monk who would come into town, and he would just follow and watch this monk every day, and all through every night the monk would, like in maybe a park or on a rooftop or something, train. And Thwax started just mimicking the motions of the warrior, and that's actually where he learned his monk powers from, just by watching this guy every year. But
He's a complete mimic.
yes, that exactly. But the monk didn't show up this year, and so about a day ago, I decided I'd look out down the road, see if I could find him, and so I discovered that he had been attacked on the road, and just before dying, entrusted me with a scroll that I'm supposed to deliver to his friends. I'm not sure where. I'm gonna figure that part out. But yeah, because obviously some wise monk definitely saw me over the years, even though I thought he didn't, so he would have recognized me enough to, entrust me over just leaving the scroll on his dead corpse to try and get it to wherever it needs to go for wherever it needs to go.
Fair enough. And our last character.
My name is Funkin' Falcorf, and but I received a nickname at a young age. I am Gears. So I'm from the Kingdom of Anila. Pronunciation. Anila. And
Ice.
There you go, with the bar.
I am a gnome, and I grew up in a small little village, and at one time an artificer came through town, and she was in town for a few weeks, and every night she would stop either at the common room of an inn or at the town square and just tell stories, and that got me interested. And she's actually the one that gave me the nickname Gears, because over the course of her time I was just so interested and kind of picked up a knack for the types of stuff she was doing. So she gave me my nickname and set me on my path towards becoming an artificer. I am in town looking for words, just lore, other things that would lead me to find something of magical properties that I can use.
Indeed.
Okay. And as our local board said, the town is about to start celebrating Austera because it has been a hard winter. Just not much sunlight, lots of snow, and so finally having the world come out of the dark freeze.
So what time is it? Like year-wise, or is the calendar?
Marchish?
Okay.
In our world.
Yes. I have not named.
Almost spring.
Almost spring. This would be the celebration of the beginning of spring, and so for the people of this world, they're polytheists, so lots of gods and goddesses, and so they're kind of celebrating the return of Arena to the world, who is the sun goddess and the creator of life, and so that's what this festival is all about. It's bringing people from all over the place.
Arena Grande.
Yes, which is why I said Ariana. I probably should have thought about that when I named my goddesses. So anyway, at high noon, the bells will ring, calling everyone to the southern end of the town hall. So to the southern end of town hall.
So the bells have rung?
So the bells have rung. The bells have rung.
Onward.
So, okay.
I lead a group of locals singing and playing as we're dancing down the streets. Yeah.
And we apparently met because somehow we figured out we were researching similar things.
Similar
So
events.
it sounds like we're both researching incidents related to maybe Dionysus' attack, or followers of Dionysus' attacks, or something like that. I'm headed towards.
I see you're reading a familiar book. I read that one yesterday. It's quite boring.
Yes, I found it so myself. But the bells are ringing.
The bells. Yes, we must go to the bells. Follow me.
Well, I know where to go. You may follow me.
Okay.
Lead the way, Hal.
Let's go.
Can I turn into a panther and walk behind her? Let's just turn into a cat. Use my hand. I don't have a panther mini yet, so. Since I have a dog.
There's a
Can
rat.
I ride?
You want to use a rat?
No, you may not ride the panther.
Right.
I'm small
Can he
enough.
carry 30 pounds? 34?
Give me some credit. Hold on.
Yeah, I'm gonna turn into a panther and just follow behind her.
You hear the patting of the feet.
Can I roll stealth?
Sure.
Gears
Just
finishes.
want to see the
45.
first
45.
skill check.
45 pounds.
I just did, yes.
It's pretty high.
It is, and I think it's plus
It's
4,
20.
so 23.
Yeah, I think that.
Oh, with panther.
Panther's plus 4,
Somehow, in the midst of the crowd, you just kind of blend in, even though you're this large black panther. The halfling?
Gears in the Temple of Vulcan finished his prayers, heard the bell, and is walking towards the gathering.
So, I'm just going to keep it on the same map for now, but my daughter helped build it. This is a representation of the town hall.
I love it. That is awesome.
I think they'll fit. The 4 leaders of the Republic. Oh, they won't fit. I've made it too small.
so. You got it.
Ah,
Oh, you got it.
The 4 leaders of the Republic of Omisha, the representatives from each of the major cities, come out to do their parts of the. Oops.
One is suddenly assassinated by the others.
Alright. So they call out, they welcome the townsfolk and visitors to the crossroads town of Omisha and the beginning of spring and how they intend to exalt Arena, and in all that we do we need to make sure to bring the light into the world and the sun and take away the frozen of winter. So they ask Tanda, the local high priestess of Arena. Oops. Mega blocks.
No, Duplo, right? Duplo.
So she comes out and starts to begin a simple sun ceremony. So she asks for everyone to think about a time in their life that was most bright and to focus on that.
Yeah, we got the music.
Alfred begins to just overflow with emotions.
And as Tana kind of starts to glow a little bit, you realize that the world seems a little brighter and some of the flowers around start perking up and blooms expand as the world begins to start, and animals just kind of, you start hearing more and more sounds of life coming around. When all of a sudden,
Sounds.
the world starts to shake. And nobody's quite sure. It hasn't rumbled in Omisha before. This is not a place of earthquakes. And the rumbling just gets louder and louder and more violent and violent. And the world cracks open. I don't know how to do this on that.
Alfred
I
grabs
use my cat-like
his
reflexes.
battle axe.
I ready my shield.
Ishara, I will protect you.
Huh?
You're trying to kill us again, aren't you?
Yes, I am. And
again
as
for the first time.
as this pit opens up, in the middle of it, a tall pillar expands, and people are running and hiding and trying to get away, and you are just kind of staring at this pillar, wondering what's happening. And you hear a booming voice. There it is.
It's officially Twitch now.
Yeah, you got cleavage.
Thanks, husband.
He just snickers.
At least it was him.
I was watching that.
It's a pretty crystal.
Thank you. So it's much taller. Sadly, the Duplo does not give a good.
It's like huge.
It's huge. It's
Huge.
hundreds of feet up into the sky. If there was a skyscraper in this world, it would be as tall as that. And you hear in a dialect that you're not quite understand this person, and you realize it's coming from the top of the town hall. And as she's chanting, there's this globe that kind of starts to form at the top of the obelisk, for lack of a better term. And it's kind of silvery shimmery, and it's forming into a ball, and it starts to turn darker and darker. And you start to realize that as it's turning darker and darker, the world is getting darker. And other people come out from the shadows and start chanting along with her, this figure, until the world finally stops shaking, and the world is in darkness.
The shark hisses.
Shriek laughs. Oh, what a tale I will have to tell.
Do I sense anything evil about the crystal itself? Like, do
Would you like to roll?
I? Sure. What do you want me to roll?
Let's do our
Insight?
yeah.
You can't really insight a thing.
Let's do religion.
A religion check.
Mm-hmm.
How about 17?
So you find that even though it's kind of omnipresent and it's dark and it's come out of the middle of nowhere, it doesn't really have a vibe to you itself. The obelisk itself is just
It's an obelisk.
this.
Okay.
What's the reaction of the crowd?
It has dissipated.
They've ran.
They have run.
Oh.
So,
Dark creature,
And so
name thyself.
can I Gears would like to use a detect magic just to
sure,
see.
roll.
Is that just a spell?
It's a
right?
spell.
You don't need
Oh, sorry.
So that's
Cast said spell.
you just cast it, I think.
All right. Well, Gears would like to cast.
Hmm?
Do you even have to roll for that?
Sure,
Or?
Right.
roll for a spell.
I don't think so. I think you just use
I
it
was told
because
to
it's
roll.
yours.
All right. Cast magic.
There's a whole shit ton of magic going on around here. And it's definitely emanating all around you in a circular pattern, definitely pointed from the beginning of the person at the top of the town hall, and kind of radiating out from the globe at the top.
I remember, can we see those figures around on the ground?
So it is nighttime. And
Like pitch black.
basically there's stars that you can see.
That's a good start. We
There-
haven't left the realm.
Things, the town doesn't have electricity. Nobody knows what that is. This is only fires and candles, and nothing is lit because it's noon. So,
Right.
Okay,
So I I called out to the thing to identify themselves. Does it on the top there? Do they say anything? Have they said anything?
Just ignoring you this time.
And can we see around? Or can we even see who's nearby or anything? Like, how dark is it? Like,
We see
There's no moon,
just starlight.
just starlight.
Right.
And maybe you see some lights coming in from the, like inside the town hall, because there has to be, some candle lights on for inside the building. But there's definitely, there's a lot of chatter going on right now between the Republic figures and Tanda, the seer. They kind of moved into the town hall, which I realize there's no walls, but there is walls.
So they ran in.
So they ran in, and they're conferring. The door is not necessarily closed, so you can kind of, those of you closer
I
could
changed
see
out
that.
of beast form back into Ishara's person form and light my hand up on a flame. Cast, light around us, and so that we can see better, and I hide behind him. Maybe behind her. I'm closer to you, probably. Behind him. And kind of crouch down behind Halford as best I can behind
Yes,
the
because
tiny.
I forgot to say that I'm a halfling barbarian. So I'm only 3'1".
Yeah, so there's this 5'10" woman standing behind the 3'1", or crouching behind the 3'.
But I am very, very, very muscly.
Flame above your head,
You've got Kylo Ren width.
Peckier.
more pecs.
Get wider.
Less abdomen, more pecs.
Yes, more pecs.
Remind me who's got what
Dark.
language again?
Oh,
Um,
celestial, elvish, common.
common and halfling.
Does anybody have?
Infernal.
I'm celestial, common, druidic, elvish, and Kaori.
I don't.
Arin, common.
Common, dwarvish, gnomish.
Okay.
So
Common
you're
half.
right.
Common and half.
Okay.
Common half.
So you start hearing whispers again in the dark, and because I'll just go with the music that's going. There's clouds that are starting to gather around town, and along the roads you hear some scuffling, just little shuffling of feet. But you can't see
Little
anything
feet,
yet.
or the sound is
Can
little.
we-
The sound
Can I
is little.
perceive
Right.
what's happening?
Do
Yeah.
any of the leaders look monkish?
None of the leaders are monks.
Okay, then did I see the group of three before the lights went out? Actually, no.
You can see
got
it
the
now.
light on
There's
now.
There's a
blazing light coming off my
blazing
hand.
light.
So the
My bald head is all kinds of shiny right now.
right. So you're bald, and I believe
Well, there's a little blonde curl, a single blonde curl.
it rounds up, and you're basically shirtless, right?
Oh
I
yeah.
think it's
Yeah.
rounds
Oh, yeah.
down.
So-
that little curl rounds down to no hair.
So you're the closest thing to a monk that I've seen so far. So I'm just gonna you're my best guess as to where I'm supposed to get this scroll. So I'm just gonna I'm not gonna come right up to you, but I'm just finding the nearest thing I can reasonably just sort of hide behind and keep my head poking out. But I'm definitely gonna be staring and following you guys.
Shriek actually walks up and touches the obelisk, like he's almost in awe of it.
Oh dear God.
This is great.
For a half second, I thought about hitting him, but then I thought
Nothing happens.
Okay, I'm just staring up at it.
It's smooth and kind of chilly to the touch.
Can I try to perceive what was the noises or see or Can I make a perception check for those noises or something?
Yeah.
Do 11.
You still hear it coming closer.
Coming closer. Who goes there?
Yeah,
Show yourselves.
Halford would like to.
You might hear it. A little bit of a groan in the distance.
Halford.
And some more
think we have
whispers coming around from the people above.
Who big rest stands?
Alfred would like to confront the noises and say, "Foul creatures, reveal yourselves," and roll perception.
Okay.
Can I cast guidance for her first? Can I give her guidance?
Yes.
I think that gives her a plus 1d4 on any ability check. Touch.
Go for it.
I'm
Go ahead.
like standing behind her, so I reach out, touch her shoulder, and give her guidance.
So
1d4 to the advantage.
12.
Yeah, not very perceptive tonight.
What do you see? Strong arm?
Biceps got in the way.
All right.
I could not see any.
Between the marketplaces and between some of the other buildings, you see shadows shuffling of a humanoid shape.
New D20.
And you know it's coming. It's coming.
Can I throw the flame I'm holding down one of the alleys over the head of one of these things just to
Yes.
light up the
How far is your?
it's
Yeah, I would think that would be
30 feet.
Sure. I guess
So
you
they're
would.
within 30 feet. Oh dear God. We're doomed.
Well, which things? Those things that we can see, or other
They're-
things that are...
Are those are just standing there chanting?
Just standing there chanting, and I don't know that you can actually see them all yet, but you know, you can hear them for sure. Well, no, I guess you could see them because of the flame. You saw them, so and they came out before it went completely pitch dark.
Oh, I asked earlier if we could see them.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I throw it. I'm not aiming at it. I'm just throwing it down the alley,
Okay.
like lobbing it,
Okay.
like a fireball. Not a fireball. It's like a.
I guess attack air.
It's
Just-
it's
don't-
produced flame. I'm attacking air. Sure.
Yeah. Don't whiff it, and you'll be fine.
8 5 is 13.
That's good.
I'll count that as a thing. So.
A thing.
So now that you've started a fire in the town,
So coming down the alleyway, and then we're gonna go ahead and roll initiative, and I'll turn it over and create a little battlefield. You see a skeleton
Okay.
coming at you
A
guys.
skeleton.
This is what I just threw at,
This
basically.
is what you
right?
just threw at. So I don't know. Do we pose it now and I switch it around, or do I just
Just
switch it
try and
around?
not
Do what you
doing
want.
any?
Go
Use-
for it. There you go.
We'll
There's
stand
no
here
pause.
and
We
go.
just
Okay.
I can find battle music.
I chucked this thing down the aisle.
What I realized
alleyway.
is I
So
don't
roll
have the
initiative?
things. You didn't happen to bring it, did you?
Did it bring what?
The clips.
Just get a piece of
I
paper.
did not.
Okay. I will just keep it on my computer.
Okay. Or we can throw it in the combat log.
Roll.
Counter one.
I'm just gonna use your grids.
Initiative.
Count.
Initiative tracker is also on
Pull
combat.
out any like
Wow.
roads? Did you pull out any roads of the
I was gonna say, yeah, we can't see.
Where
it.
we're going,
that would
we need road.
dungeon style roads?
Yes.
These dice are not loving me
Let's house
tonight.
up.
They're all cold.
Well, warm them up.
I'm like,
Warm it up, Chris.
All right.
I'm about to.
Adventure.
Should have had them pulled in greater detail, but
you didn't have to say anything.
I just chucked
Okay.
it down. You
I
saw a
tried to-
fireball
I
fly
tried
down.
to
Oh yeah,
say
down
I'm,
the
I'm
street.
just building
Yeah.
quotes.
Did those tiles not have their own grid on them?
they do have a grid on them. Sorry.
Alfred! And I point down the alleyway where I just threw the fireball. Not that you can see me pointing anymore because I'm hiding behind you.
She did say roll it, right?
Yep.
Oh, lovely.
I'm gonna
It's not great.
save this one. We're gonna go with.
You need to attack twice yet.
I think I'm gonna stick with this one. Cause this one wasn't liking me.
Ishara is my name. Valkyrie is my chorus name.
I was wondering about that.
So Ishara is my name. But
Here they are.
I'm spirit linked to a Kawari, and its name is Valkyrie.
That's
And
not terrible.
when that link happens, I take
Twinsies.
it as my person. So
We are
Valkyrie
twinsies.
Ishara.
Not
Alright,
really.
so
like-
this is
Because
kind
you're
of the
super skinny.
representation of the marketplace.
You've
That's
got
off to the
issues.
side.
I got issues, bro.
I was trying to find one more road.
Where you put that one last tile is the edge of the current camera view.
Yeah.
Okay, we
Drag it all to your right.
I can do that.
Tiles with lights right down on top of them are shiny.
We're learning.
Do you want me to push the...
Who's
We're learning.
producing this fucking video?
learning.
First stream, these things happen.
Well, and considering that I just opened these tiles today, this is, the best that we're doing.
Sorry, the only two watching are me and Doug.
Roger.
I'm in
Hey,
there.
I hosted
I saw
you.
you did that, so you might have.
Yeah.
I'm in there.
Are you? I always show two watchers.
That tracker is not 100% accurate.
Not so
Okay,
good.
so you no longer see the people inside because they went ahead and closed the door.
It's gonna drain my battery if I like, and I did bring any of my chargers.
Legit.
Both my phone and my thing use USB-C.
I have a USB-C hub to USB-C to USB adapter.
I think that would be good. So,
Is this for channel or is this for this
Hmm?
video?
What?
This total.
That's total views that like 57 times that I've watched myself stream at something. Basically, yeah, it's the whole.
Nice.
Oh, I thought. Oh,
It's just
is
the
that
whole channel.
good? Can you guys see enough of the squares for the parts that I don't have?
It'll be fine.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
It's mostly fine.
You say Beltane? Is that what this is?
Austera.
S-H-R-E-I-K?
I-E.
Not for either.
Shrike.
I-E. Sounds
I
like
before E except after C.
But eek. I was thinking eek could be in. Just making sure.
So, for purposes of this, we're not calling the black line like any rough terrain or anything. It's just a road marking it, and the rest would just be grass.
Okay.
that circle, is that a building?
This?
Yeah.
No, I was just trying to get more grid space.
Okay.
It's just
Actually, let's see.
the
Just like
outside of the Wonder Place is.
Yeah, I would say it would be like the outside courtyard of Wonder Prices, because
Okay.
Oh, Wonder Prizes. Of course.
so this would be like the corner right before the Wonder Prizes, which would be here. So there's definitely a building here that is, a cutoff. And then up, so the
9.
yeah, so the Wonder Prizes would be here. This would all be grid space that you could do, but remember the town hall itself is sitting over the river. So the river kind of goes under it and the road goes past it.
Right.
So this is pretty much your playing space. I went ahead and put the carts and stuff around because that's definitely there, like Puffery and Victoria's Secret and trinkets and baubles and stuff like that. Yeah, it's a street.
Victoria's Secret.
Yes. So the temple would be off on this side
I love it.
and then down and around. So hopefully that kind of gives you a good visual.
That sounds derogatory.
bacon's a British drug.
There's a
It's more like a fluffer.
You're right.
I do like For God's Sake. That's my favorite.
There's a restaurant down
Oh, here we go.
Charleston.
There's a double piece.
Called the Codfather.
Oh,
It's a traditionally British fish and chips place.
nice.
Well, that's why.
Then it will be as confusing.
Yeah, my
Alright.
favorite inn is the Way Out Inn.
Type in this.
That's fine. Look at our bits.
So, initiative for this roll. Who's got what?
10.
Once you scroll down the line,
Yeah, let's just go down the line, sorry.
9.
you know,
9.
9 for Alfred. 10 for Shriek.
10.
I had the highest. Holy shit! This is not good.
9.
What? Okay.
Sorry, I had what?
9.
9 for Shara.
9.
Okay.
11.
Wow.
Good deal.
Stand behind
So-
me, youngling.
Did we all roll a 7? Is that what
I don't
happened?
know what you're talking about.
I need to roll mine too now.
Oh my god.
7. 7.
Miserable.
I'm
Oh,
known
geez.
for an adventure.
Hey, if you're getting your 20s out of the way now's the time.
19. So.
Yeah. I'd much rather it be on
So
initiative.
you're going first.
You're an attack roll.
Oh, hey, that was bad.
Yup.
Just a second. I'm not counting.
Okay.
It gets scary when she smiles.
Okay.
Oh,
Try to work on my poker
put
face.
5 characters on the board.
Poker
So
face not
probably
necessary.
at least roll 5 times.
Alright.
I need to get a cooler back here.
It is.
Backup drinks.
I know, right? My drinks are just gonna get cold, warm out here. Okay, so.
I thought you actually had a drink in there.
I did before I drank it.
Oh, I haven't actually put you in order. Let me switch that around so it's in order. Oh, so who's between Shriek and Gears? Who has the higher mod?
I rolled an 8 and a +2.
And I have +3.
Okay, so Shriek's first. Who has the higher 9? Alfred Thwacker, Shara.
Yeah, it's me. 3.
So I think in 5e, if you have matching, the party
Players
gets
can
to
choose
who goes first.
Oh.
Unless you're changing it.
I'm
That's
still
fine.
switching. Sorry. Okay.
It's okay.
We'll be
We've been
watching
playing
a lot of
4e for
5e.
too long.
Yes, we have been playing for you for too long.
Yeah, if the tie is between a character and your enemies, you can decide
You get to pick the DM.
secretly. On our side, we get to just decide.
Okay. So, the first person,
I want to go after Halford, I think.
she,
I'll try to
in the
see.
darkness, spreads her wings and floats down
She has wings.
to the front of the building.
When you say wings, we talking like angel, bird, devil? What kind of wings?
Leathery, feather.
Devil. Dragon.
Just so he can be jealous as
Yeah.
he can be.
This is true. You would be very jealous of her wings.
Well,
So.
Lightness bird.
so that thing just flew down.
Yes. And that is, and then we move on to 8. Sorry about that.
Slow as hell it.
I'm patting Halfred on the shoulder. Halfred. Halfred.
Skeleton. Okay.
Don't you worry. I will.
And then gurgling up from the water, you hear this wet coming out of the river.
Wow.
Shit. This is straight up ambush. Do we all hear those gurgling noises?
Oh,
Like,
I'm
we're
actually
all-
off the map. We have a couple people off the map.
Oh yeah.
Passive
Sorry about that.
perception, 11 is-
I think you guys were on this side, right?
I
you were
was
touching the
touching-
thing. So you're pretty close to the zombies now.
He's
He's
fantasizing.
touching it.
He's imagining it.
Are you? Is
We go. All right, Ideal. It is.
know who you are.
Okay. So who wants to do the? Whoever wants to do the sheets, you can get those up for the
We got it.
things.
He
Okay.
doesn't need to know who you are. He'll perform for
So
any
Ideal,
crowd.
it's your turn.
Ideal. Am I 6 spaces away from anything that I can? I think I go to
You
the
could get that
closest
one,
thing.
or
I go to that one that you. Yeah,
acolyte, we'll call it.
Oh, it's an acolyte.
the acolyte.
Oh shit! How many of those are there?
3.
And I raise my sword of justice. And probably don't hit anything. 7!
The acolyte just kind of comes out of the trance and goes, "How dare you!" Laughs in your face.
Did I hear that?
Yeah, I would say so.
Next thing he's gonna say.
How dare you?
Steal the man's thunder. It's the only line he's got all day.
Alright.
Who's next?
Oh, right. Sorry, that would be my job. Shriek or Gears? Who wants to go? Since we're technically not
Still a little distracted.
Yeah.
Mesmerized.
Looking. So I think what I can see is Ashara hiding behind Halfred and
whack.
Quack. All right. So the closest.
For an easy skelly. Not that.
Yeah, I think the closest thing to me is that skeleton. So Gears is going to. He's
got his short bow that he has picked up, and he's knocking an arrow. And he's going to fire at the skeleton that's to his left.
The one over there. Okay.
I should probably.
Let me get you a girthier tower.
I do.
Ping, ping.
Or a tray.
Alright, so how does this work? Just
Do you see
a
the
20,
plus?
and then
Plus your
hit
mod.
DC.
Your hit DC plus under there.
Alright, so that's a 22.
Holy
That's a hit.
shenanigans.
6 damage. 6 damage.
Okay. Skeletons have 18. No, I lied. 13. I can't see apparently.
13.
Which one was it?
Right behind the leg of the.
If I write on those things, will they come off?
You can't.
I mean, on
see
the glass, will it come off if it's a
You should
erasable
No, you
one?
should-
glass with an erasable.
The one to try
This
this
time.
Okay.
We're gonna find out.
8.
Nope.
Hey.
1.
No, I'm just saying
How
it
do you
didn't
guys
show
want
up.
me to
Yeah, we
Oh.
can't see it on the screen.
That's all right.
It's so bright on the.
Yeah,
It's, like,
it's not you.
Okay.
It's me.
it's good for you to keep track of it, I guess.
Yeah, just go
So maybe we need to find like a black light to.
All right,
Black
Shriek.
light, black
What
So
you doing,
I think
Shriek?
I finally come to my wits a little, and I'll dance around to just the other side of the pillar, maybe a little bit closer
So
to
the fog machine
the
would have to-
more human-looking characters, or alive-looking characters, and I will cantrip vicious mockery at the same skeleton that Gears just hit, making fun of its limp and its skin and bones. And it'll be a wisdom save for him of wisdom save 13.
It's not a D20.
Oh, it's not. My D20 over here.
I mean, well, means.
I mean,
Well,
I guess
here,
I should have.
critical
actually-
fail. So, nope.
Okay. Then I do just 1 damage.
Well, that gets us over the halfway mark.
You walk like a douche, skeleton. Does that include like a disadvantage or something to their next something? Or
Yeah.
vicious mockery?
No. Yes. It is disadvantage on the next attack roll.
Okay. So now it's either Halford, Thwack, or Shara. Which order are we going in?
The little boy is.
You bird, help the demon, and I cast Fairy Fire on the acolyte that is standing in front of Ideal.
Everybody's names.
So he looks like a demon, right? Like so that's.
Yeah. Tiefling. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, you bird, help the demon, and I cast Fairy Fire on him. So it's sorry I jumped in, guys, but it's a Dex 13 save, and it's a 20-foot cube around him.
It was on the corner of my paperwork. Dex. So is there an addition? I'm getting used to
If he has
the
a,
new.
if that thing has a
Dex
Dex mod, then yeah.
No. Okay. So it fails.
Okay, so he's outlined in light, and any attack roll against that creature or object has advantage if the attacker can see it, and the affected creature or object can't benefit from being invisible.
Something just on this concentration.
I think that was my phone. My computer. I gotta turn the sound off.
You have
Okay.
computer sound on your phone?
Oh no.
I heard like somebody unplugged the USB cable.
All right. So then it is whack. No.
And that thing is
No,
like,
that's Thrak still. Sorry.
that thing has like a huge glow
So you
around it.
can-
Right.
It is lit up.
Advantage.
So I wasn't going to go do that, but considering that's probably the only thing I can actually see, because I don't have dark visions. Sure, if I can get to it, I'll run over to it. That's the acolyte, right?
That's the acolyte. That's number 1. I numbered him.
But it's the only thing I can actually see.
You're definitely in range, right? The bird to where I'm at.
Yeah, should be 30 feet. Yeah. Can you slide me over?
The bird.
Yeah. Okay, so with advantage, here's the quarterstaff. Oh, yeah, if that doesn't hit, I'm retreating. So 18 plus 5, 23.
It hits.
Yeah. 7 damage?
Okay. Hit points are 130.
I hope they're retreating.
And then,
I expect
so quarterstaff across the face, like side of the head, and then I'm gonna go for a knee to the gut with my bonus action. That's a 1 and a 2. Hold on, so 5. I'm betting that missed.
5 versus AC.
you're better because I
All
missed
right.
with a 7.
So I did the wrong one. It's 70 hit points, not 100.
Oh, that makes it so much.
It does actually.
It's like twice as good.
I forgot to click the button to put it on our level. Sorry. Because I have 2 going, so I just clicked on the wrong one.
It's all good.
All right, so now it is. So that was Thwack. So now it is Halford.
So you lit that other skeleton on fire, right?
No,
No.
one above his head.
Okay, but we can still see that other one over there?
Can you?
here, I can't tell.
I would say that from you.
Do you have dark vision?
No.
Trying to
But you lit the alleyway, right?
Is the
I mean, I
Well,
throw a
it
fireball
kind of just
down
went
it.
down
is
the
the
alley.
pillar in the way?
The pillar is definitely in the way.
Okay.
The pillar is
I
that
can't-
4
Yeah.
square.
The skeleton's white on the things I can't see on the screen.
I throw the black. Oh, there's no black right now.
No. The
Um,
skeletons are.
Here, I could do this instead.
Oh no, it's fine. But I just couldn't. It's fine.
It's right here.
We should get some
Does that
light.
help?
See that either.
Can't see it.
Not on the screen.
Can you see it on the table?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So,
That's just
She just flipped it over.
I'm gonna go.
Do you want me to take it off?
Not now, but yeah,
Okay.
next time.
I'm gonna go
I
and
didn't even think about that.
hit that
It just waits it out.
skeleton. I'm gonna run up and hit that skeleton.
The one,
Yeah,
number
that,
one.
this one.
And you-
So Halford's gonna start with his
Kind of far away.
short.
It's kind of far.
How?
5
3,
squares.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 squares from where you are.
And each square is how much?
You can't
Oh,
make it quite
shoot,
that
it's
far.
25 feet now. I can't. But
Oopsies.
yeah, so I start heading towards the skeleton.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah. Okay. Should just hit the big guy.
Alfred!
Now it's Shara's turn.
No, no, right away.
Oh, okay.
I jumped.
You jumped.
We
the
were
line.
debating
Okay.
which order, right? So we.
Fairy fire. Did you?
Fairy fire.
Did you want to move or not?
I wasn't gonna, but
Now you're.
my turn is over.
Now it's all your people's turn.
All right.
We had that.
That, okay, so acolyte number 1, which is the one right there, is going. Who actually attacked? Oh, the bird. So we're going after Black. So 14.
No.
All right. So
And so when it misses, what's the actual attack?
oh, good point. So it's a melee attack. They tried to hit you and it whiffs right by your head.
Yeah, so I bend back and it flies in front of my face, and then I come back up and say, "How dare you!"
I like it.
in its own voice.
5, 6.
This is my best kid.
3, 4, 5, 6.
He's good. He's evil.
Okay. Let's see.
Oh, jeez.
This is such a nice change from playing the lawful good character.
Alright, we're gonna call that. So now we're back to the top of the order.
I mean, I had been. I'm trying to get people when they're talking.
1d6.
I understand. I'm trying to figure out what
They need them.
Who does anybody have dark vision?
That's awesome.
I do. 60 feet.
But you're up at the acolyte, so nobody's gonna actually see this.
No one's gonna see this.
Better than
She said no one will see.
14 to Ashara.
14 versus AC, eh? I'm pretty sure that hits. Yep, that hits.
Alright, so you get all of a sudden struck in the arm with a arrow, and it does 3 damage.
You can go up to your hit points and do damage.
I'm reeling with my first damage.
Yeah, the first check and the first person to take damage. Yeah.
You did
You
negative.
did negative damage, which put you at.
4.
Got it.
So the skeleton.
Not bad, dog.
Yes.
Whoa, that would be a crit. That's
Bet you if
probably
you
not
had a
good.
-3,
That would
Oh,
be on
jeez.
Alfred.
That's okay. He's got the most health.
That's
You rolled the damage dice twice.
Yeah.
I roll the damage dice twice. Okay.
Alfred!
So 4 plus 6 is 10.
Oh, jeez!
Wow.
And the DM decides to kill us all.
It's just a flesh
I
wound.
really liked that character.
3, hang on. 1,
Skeletons.
2, 3, 4, 5. 2. And then, what is my... Oh, hang on. Sorry, I don't have it up.
What kind of damage was it?
Was that?
That was 10.
No, what kind? What type?
Oh, it's just physical.
Slashing.
It was piercing damage.
Okay.
Alright, so they can move. Yeah, so they're gonna... Okay. So all of a sudden, bursting out into the initiative order is 3 knights. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sure, we'll go with that.
I got some good news. This is going to be over quicker one way or the other.
And then... Okay, so I'm going to start with the main person here. 2. I need a different dice. That's not it. That's it. Okay, and that is a hit. And that is a hit on the bad guy, the big baddie. We'll call her H. And that is a hit for
Mickey, too.
9 plus 12 is 21 plus 2 is 23.
23.
Yep.
And wait, we on Lady Devil?
On Lady Devil. And it's a stabbing one, and she was surprised by it and roars in anger and says, "Your very existence is an insult to all. Prepare to die."
This is the knight person that says this?
No, this is the devil lady to the night person. Okay, and then my other little folk over here. Same attack on their people. Who are they attacking? Acolytes? I don't think that's gonna happen.
I mean, there's no.
Nope. Okay, and they whiff. So now we're in order to... Who are we next? Now we have Ideal.
Fall to my blade, you foul witch!
You have advantage.
Oh, yeah. 23.
That'll hit.
10 slashing damage to your big ass hit point pool. 7 more hits.
7 more damage?
Nope, I know that. 10 hit. 10. I'm sorry. 10 damage. Yes.
You got that vision.
And I stand in her face.
Okay. And then who? Gears.
Halfred, I believe that is your name, right? I believe you can handle that skeleton. I'm going to work on these other 2. Out of my side satchel purse bag, I grabbed this little totem that Gears has carved out of wood that looks like a coil with a snake head peeking out, and he kind of doesn't throw it, but kind of like pushes it towards Where are we?
You're between.
Yeah, behind.
skeletons.
So behind. I think there's two folk. The one skeleton that's far away from me. Yeah, and then the other one. They're within 5 feet of each other, right?
Mm-hmm.
So this totem sprays an acid splash on them, both.
Sounds like spring.
Okay.
And they need to do a dex saving throw.
So it seems odd.
I guess I don't roll.
She
They roll.
rolls.
Yeah.
Tries to beat
Okay.
13.
Okay. So both of them have to do a dex saving throw. That would be your roll.
Oh, I'm sorry. I have 19 on the one, and 15 plus 2, so 17 for the.
So they both beat it.
Okay.
Can we do nothing?
No damage.
Is it not half or anything?
Okay, so then it's Shriek.
Do we know, like, if the skeletons have any intelligence? Like, is that any idea of
Do you
how
see any
sentient
brains in their
they would
skulls?
be? Alright. And he's adjacent to me, right?
Yes, the one in front of
Okay.
Which one did you attack last time?
The one.
That hit her?
Yes.
Did you roll twice for the one that hit her?
Yeah.
You crit on both?
Oh, no, I just rolled the damage twice.
It had disadvantage.
Ew.
It happened now.
Yeah.
Fair enough. I just...
Sorry.
We'll do this one? Because that was the vicious mockery though.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to figure
That's
out.
right.
Which one
That
had-
was the vicious
Breaking the
mockery.
law, breaking the law.
I know.
Well-
this DMMing thing is not for the weak.
I'll go ahead and just oh, look at you, big fellow, and jump away from him acrobatically, trying to dodge any opportunity attack that he might have.
Okay.
You're moving.
I'm moving like diagonal back behind Halfred, and I'll say,
So it takes a swing at him.
$17.
yeah, that's gonna hit.
5.
5? Okay. And I say, you look like you could use some help, big fellow. And I will cast Healing Word on you. You regain 1d4 plus my spell. Oh man, it's 1 again. So you get 4 hit points back.
And Halford. Oh, good fellow. Thank you so much.
How much hit points was that? 4.
So I'm up to 8.
I rolled.
Rolled it.
That is my turn.
Alright, so it's Ashara.
Okay. So I have to concentrate in order to maintain fairy fire, right?
Yes, concentration.
That means I can't cast another concentration.
Yes.
If you take hits, you have to roll a saving concentration.
Oh, I should have done that on the last hit that I took too then.
Yeah, but she shouldn't have crit, so we called a wash.
Half the damage.
Okay, so Halfred, I run up right behind Halfred and reach out a hand and heal Halfred as well. I'm going to cast Cure Wounds on Halfred at level 1. You have to touch her, so I run up right behind Halfred and like park myself. But
I killed it.
The
like to be
town
like-
hall is falling apart.
The shaking is back.
if possible, I'd like to be like between Halfred and those guys. I think I can. close to the skeleton. Between Halfred and the ideal, like somewhere on that side.
But you have to be adjacent to it.
Where's Halfred?
Alfred?
Right there, in front of the
Ideal.
skeleton.
Oh, that's not ideal. That's Shriek.
Ideal is by the acolyte.
Oh, I thought it was Shriek. I'm sorry.
It is Shriek. Sorry.
I thought Halfred was Shriek. I thought Shriek was Halfred. All right.
What, all halflings look alike? to
Yeah,
you?
they all look
They
the
do,
same,
right?
right? Like they're all, they're all,
Racist.
they're all a bunch of short people. I'll just, right behind him, behind Halfred.
See how
that's fine.
skinny he is and how his body.
And you
affection
get
that I've put-
5 additional hit points.
5.
5 more.
Heal 5, bro.
And I'm up. I'm gonna get a donut. I was after you though, right?
Oh, yes. I'm sorry. Bad DM. That's why we need the thingamabobbers.
Can you grab
I'll have to
another
do that next time.
All right. So
can?
fairy fire's still
Roll
on this
your-
acolyte, right?
Yeah.
So first hit. Are you kidding me? That's gonna be a miss.
Wow, a
2-2.
double 2.
Yeah. So the quarterstaff missed. Let's see if I can catch him with an elbow on the backside. Maybe 16 on AC.
On the acolyte?
Yeah.
Hit.
That's good.
7 damage with my elbow.
On the acolyte.
Yep. Max damage roll.
That's great. I did not plan this well.
It's a great
I'm
It's
gonna
like a
get one next. Okay, so after Thwack, it's Halfred.
Yep.
Halfred.
Wrong man.
I was like, oh, that's right. You're the man. Man. Slay the beast! Slay the beast!
With advantage, damage roll 1-2 at 2-2.
Did you grab
And
another?
then
Put it on your table behind the screen. So
He wants a donut
Oh,
that
yeah.
he can grab later.
Do you want a cinnamon, a regular, or a sprinkle?
Yeah, we
Where are
need a
those
donut.
donuts
We need a
from?
donut station on that table over there.
Shoppers.
Shoppers.
They are.
Yes, they have their massive.
son of a
Because it
bitch.
makes me immune to resistance of bludgeoning
It
piercing.
might be under features.
So, I'm going to. You bag of bones! You will not.
You and I'm making my bones rattle.
We don't know what. You will not.
You will face the strong arm strength. You guys mess me up. And
Blame the
Alfred
halflings.
activates his rage as a bonus action, which makes me. I have advantage on strength checks and strength saving throws. I get a bonus to my damage roll, and I have resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage.
Is this the rage?
Yes. And this is active for 10 rounds, and I gotta figure out how to track this. But yeah, so
Little
gets like
lines.
this, like,
Little tiny lines. Tick.
yeah. But it, like, he starts to, like,
Anything we do last 10 rounds
Yeah.
is dead.
he's like,
The session will be over.
Oh, no problem.
he's like punching his, like, huge pecs on this small, like, 3-foot body. Yeah, I'm not gonna, like, punch my own chest, because that would hurt. But, like, yeah, you could do it for me. And, he's going to, like, run. Oh, yeah, he's, like, right there already. And he's going to, hit the, he's going to, like, aim his battle axe right for the, skeleton's, like, shoulder.
Oh my.
Such a strong one.
So, 20,
Yep, that'll hit.
and that'll be 12 damage.
Whoa, I think it's dead. Dead.
And that is how you take down
Whatever.
a
This
bag
is.
of bones. The strong arm way.
This
feel like I should not be eating them.
Hush!
Good for you, big fellow.
It is all for you, Ashara.
There's more. Don't worry. We're not done yet.
So the acolyte goes to attack Thwack again. What?
At least I put fair fire on Acolyte.
Put it on
And
the big guy.
that. So what does the fairy thing do to it again?
It gives us advantage.
Gives us advantage on his action. Lights it up.
Okay, so does that mean I have to roll twice?
It gets a
No.
save.
Okay.
Doesn't it, at the end of his turn? Save against it.
For the duration. It does the initial save.
23 to AC.
What?
On who?
You.
I mean, that hit any of us.
This is like a level 10.
And that's a 4.
Okay.
Of course not.
Half my health.
And then the other acolyte is 1. What is my distance?
You fools, I have a shield. You are stupid.
I feel like this is going to be one of those where next session's going to be back in time. This is how you got to where you just died.
You wake up. This was all a dream.
So the acolyte's gonna attack the guard. And I don't believe I'm going to make it.
I think she took our last bastard DM's idea that, 6 people is a huge
Nope, does not hit.
Party.
Alright,
party that
so
face tougher monsters.
we're back to the top of the initiative.
I had a feeling Kat was going to be a ruthless DM.
So the devil woman rears up at the knight and says, "How dare you touch me, you filthy human!" And so she will roll her scimitar. Ooh, and she'll
That's
hit.
a good one, yeah.
She'll hit for a whopping 3. That's pretty sad.
Who touched her?
The knight.
Oh,
She
So we have friends that are helping us, sort of.
sort of. And she screams in frustration and says something that you don't understand, but all the acolytes are listening.
Did it sound like an order?
Yes.
Okay.
Can he repeat it later?
Yes, I can. I don't know what it means, but I can repeat it.
Oh, so one of the zombie dudes are going to attack that knight. Let's see, what is he? It's 6.
that could be a very
That's a
bad-
hit for a 1.
Right?
Whopping 1.
1 damage on
1 damage on that guard.
Oh, on the guard.
On the guard.
She looked at me. I thought it was right.
Nope, sorry. That's the zombie. Alright, so this zombie is coming up to Gears. And that's a 17 to AC.
No? Or,
Gears, yeah.
yeah, that's 16.
And that is a 4. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. Skeletons attack the knight, and hits for 6 damage. And I think that. Oh, one more.
So,
Okay, and that's it. So then we're back to.
2 skeletons.
Oh, now it's my knight's turn. I forgot they came in.
1 is now dead.
This happened.
See
12.
the devil lady. I don't know.
Right, so she attacks the main one.
We don't know
attacks.
how
I'm not
much.
seeing. I'm not, but I'm not
Okay,
seeing
yeah.
a dead skeleton.
So
that
I
is a
see max
hit
HP and current HP.
for 17 to the big baddie.
I had just reset him because there's
17
two more.
damage?
17
I'm
damage
curious
to the
that
big
next
baddie.
to
17 damage on double
This is the first one,
Yeah.
the second one, the third one of the skeletons.
A hit to the zombie,
Right? Second skeleton,
and
third skeleton.
the zombie has maximum damage of 22 and has 10 damage. That one over there. And then this knight, that acolyte. I don't think that's gonna hit.
And then you put the damage taken in the bottom one, and it should subtract.
22 hit points, 10 damage.
22 hit points, 10 damage.
That does not hit. Okay. So now it is back to you, Ideal.
I raise my sword for another divine slashy of 16 to AC. I think hits. On the acolyte.
She's gonna die.
Oh, I'm sorry.
16.
Yes, it hits.
And another 8 damage.
Slash. To the acolyte. The same one, right?
Mm-hmm.
Jay or Cat? Where's Wes?
And I can
Where's
I
Wes?
North, south, east, west.
Not West. West. The guy that's supposed to like come from the side, bringing the problem is usually the person that's supposed to bring stuff on the stage.
that's all I do.
Yep. Then gears.
Gears.
Gears?
Mm-hmm.
Alright. So the skeleton has moved away from me, but
Is next to you.
One died. The other one came up with each other.
oh, so those are all skeletons.
Well,
Just
these
two
two
of
are
the-
zombies. That one's a skeleton. That
What-
one's a skeleton.
What's next to me though is a zombie.
Skeleton.
The zombie is the white plastic creature.
Skeleton.
Skeleton. It was 3 skeletons. I only had 2 creatures and 1 little dude there.
This is a skeleton, right?
Yep.
The cardboard that's standing right in front of me next to the purple.
It's a skeleton.
Okay.
I didn't have another skeleton.
Tell me
That's
come on.
that's fine. I just,
Well, I thought I was gonna get the zombie end of the world, but
I'm fine. It's
you
just
don't
the
have
first
it
time
stuck.
I've seen
Or I couldn't find it.
the face of the card, so I wasn't sure. All right.
I couldn't remember who in it.
It's all good.
So he's too close to shoot with a long bow or a short bow.
You could probably stab him with the longbow.
Right next to you?
So I'm. What's the process for putting down my bow or whatever, pulling my dagger out? Is that an action or is that
Usually you can manipulate one object for free. I don't know if putting a bow away to plus or with 2
swap weapons?
Well, you could technically.
I don't know that you.
What's your other weapon?
A dagger?
I think you could probably.
You're just going for the dagger?
just
You
hold
could
it
just
all one.
hold the bow in one
You
hand,
just bring the
stab
dagger.
him with the other.
I'm good with that.
Yeah.
Pointy end goes in the other guy.
Goes in the other guy.
Might have to.
That one my druid teacher taught me. Pointy end goes in the other guy. You had to figure that one out the hard way.
Lessons of the forest.
Take the truth.
Oh god.
Your actions, there should be a dagger right at the top. And you roll the die.
So it's 1d4 plus your.
I had it.
Dex or strength mod.
Can you use strength on a dagger?
You can.
Alright. And
those people that have a dagger roll.
You said D4?
Yeah. I wouldn't.
Alright, so that's a. Is it strength mod?
And
Dex mod?
and probably and your proficiency probably. So plus 4.
Alright, so that's a 20.
Isn't it on your sheet?
It would be if the dagger was showing up in my inventory. It was there earlier, and I don't see it when I put the short bow on. The dagger went away, and now I can't find it.
I got you.
20 definitely hits a skeleton.
For damage.
1d4 plus your dex mod. It's 1d4 plus your
Dex mod, so
or strength mod if you're using strength.
4 damage.
Okay.
That's pretty close.
And then shriek.
Shriek. Shriek takes a short step towards the acolyte, like diagonal toward our demon, and looks as if he strums his ukulele, and it becomes evident that he has like a hidden hand crossbow inside of his
Very nice.
instrument, and shoots a bolt. Oh god, that's a miss.
On which one?
The acolyte.
Advantage?
Oh, he's very kind. That's so nice.
No, I tried.
Okay. And then it's.
Good try.
Looking around. Ishara.
Yeah. Are we gonna survive this,
I think
Alfred?
we're gonna make it.
And I guess I'm gonna attack with. I guess I'm gonna cast produce flame and throw it. I'm not next to either of them, right?
You're right behind Halberd.
Yeah, I'm gonna cast produce flame and throw a little ball of fire at the skeleton in front of Alfred. So this 5 is 16 versus
That'll hit.
It's a metal.
and 6 and I guess it's 1d8. 6 damage.
That should be almost dead. 13 max.
4 plus 6, 10. Almost dead.
And whack.
Alright, so take another swing at this acolyte. 8, 5, 13.
Nice.
Alright, and kick at his shin.
Isn't it disadvantage? Disadvantage? Don't you get to roll again?
I'm rolling
Oh.
both.
Okay.
16.
That'll hit.
Again, max damage on the punch. So that'll be 7 damage. It's a really painful kick to the shin.
He kind of starts hobbling around.
The leg just fell right off.
Starting to look rough.
It's only a flesh wound.
Alright, so Halfred.
Okay. So, Alfred turns his attention to the skeleton that Gears is in front of and says, I will assist you with this other bag of bows. And he runs up and
All of this is
Which one
happening
is
behind
Alfred?
a crystal to me.
I
don't know.
and
Alfred is the darker one.
Just the black body.
swings his battle axe at the skeleton that's in front of Gears.
Do you have to move up or can you reach it from there?
I have a 5-foot range with my battle axe, so yeah, I have to
You have to
move.
step forward.
Okay,
Yeah.
I haven't been. What? You sure? Oh, yep.
Just a gray.
Okay.
That's Gears.
Ah, that's used.
That's Ishara.
Okay.
I'm gonna guess a 7.
Okay.
Won't
Does
hit.
not hit the skeleton.
Yep. Okay.
Sorry.
Nope. It's all good.
Alright, so the acolytes go again. This one kind of moves in between right there and attacks the
Central.
knight. And two rings open. And it hits for a whopping total of 2.
Kids.
How come they keep hitting those guys a lot less hard?
Right?
It's designed that way.
And
The
then
dice are designed to roll that way.
this one's gonna move.
It helps when she's only
past
rolling a
2,
D4 for
3,
them, and she's rolling a
5,
20 for us.
6. And that guy gets an opportunity attack against that acolyte, which I think misses. Misses, yeah. So, and then that acolyte effect there is going to attack Wax again. Ooh, and that would only be an 8.
Nope.
So that's with. So we get back to the top of the order, and the big baddie again kind of gets more like excited about it in a language that we don't know, and spreads out her wings and just kind of knocks over everybody standing in this area and flies to the top of the roof again.
Mimic it exactly like that.
Zoidberg.
And she takes a short bow
Zoidberg definitely wasn't doing a curly.
No.
to the knight and hits for only 3. But she does do
The ones that came out of the
7 poison damage to
Whoa.
the lady, so
To who?
to the knight
Knight,
person.
we're good. Okay. They're expendable.
Okay. Stop shaking. And then,
It's not my problem.
do I have any skeletons left? I do have a skeleton left. I have 2 skeletons left. Alright, so the first skeleton I'll do is going to attack the guard. And that'll be a 14, and that won't hit. And then we'll attack Gears for a 20
Skeleton?
for 4 damage. Rolled a 16, and its hit is a +4.
Yeah, I'll do it.
And then the zombies, one has to stand up, so that's that one. And the other one attacks the guard for a miss. Alright, now we're to our guards. So the main guard yells, stands up and says, Tanda, come out! Come help us!
Tanda?
Tanda.
Now you're just now saying this.
So she comes out here, but not like opens the door and looks out.
La Tanda?
Tanda, Tanda.
I put it on our people.
And
Who said that?
The head guard, the head person.
Guard captain.
Yes. And she throws a dagger
Can we take it?
to the acolyte that's standing there. And
Right now?
misses. So she's so helpful. So then the guard
What are we doing?
attacks the acolyte again.
Oh.
Do you need me to stop now?
No.
Okay. Gonna go after the zombie and hits for 13. The one over there.
Hits the zombie for 13?
I'm assuming dead. I think that's the second hit on it.
Is it a river sucker?
Yes.
It is dead.
Okay. And then this guy is gonna attack the skeleton. For not enough. Okay. And then we are to you guys. To Ideal.
I'm looking over this bird fellow to my left. So you're looking a little rough there, friend. And I lay a hand on the shoulder, and you feel a surge of divine light for 3 hit points.
Divine light
Turn.
coming from the half demon.
Yes.
No judgments.
I, as it were, lay a hand.
I'm like half possessed. So
for 3. Heal him for 3 points.
our healing
Gears?
rolls have not been great.
Well, that's not a roll.
No,
I can
it's-
just
Oh.
choose.
Shush.
I have a pool of healing and I can dole it out as I see fit.
Gears.
Gears.
Wish that was a bonus. I mean, if they were attacking me,
Gears is going to do cure wounds on himself.
Shit tons of healing.
So I just
Ooh.
and that's one action, so that's my turn, right? So
And you, or if you have any.
two cinnamon ones and one sprinkled topped, so a half of that. Another way of making it half of it.
Take 2 paper towels and rip it in half. Man
Or I
up.
can just take the other piece home.
yeah, I don't have anything else, so he's just going to heal himself, and then his turn's over.
You need to Halford that, man.
I know. I'll just touch
Use
mine.
another one.
I'll touch one side.
I like that the weakest person here is playing.
The strong one.
Pardon my
So after Gears is.
Do I show it the crotch or do I show it the ass? Do I show it the crotch or do I show the camera the ass?
Both.
I don't know.
After Gears
Thank you,
is.
Jason.
Is a shriek, right? Yeah. Sure. Alright, I string another bolt in my crossbow, and I take aim at the acolyte. With advantage this time. Oh yeah, this is gonna be, this is gonna be 20
Yes.
to AC and 5 damage. And it is at still needs a lot of help. So I say words of encouragement to Ideal and give him some bardic inspiration to maybe hit once here. I have die, I dole out. Ready?
Well, I can just
Ready?
use a 10.
1d6.
Oh, it's a 6.
It's a 6. Add it to any skill check,
Yep.
attack, yada yada.
What inspiring words do you have for me, young bard?
Say that again?
Inspire.
No. So arena's holy donut.
I do. He's our man. If he can do it, great. Then I can.
You mean then Alfred can?
Stop being dead weight over there.
Ouch.
Nice. All right, Ashara, what you doing?
I hit stuff.
Are we sure that we want to hang out here much longer, Halford? And I throw another fireball at the skeleton in front of Halford and Gears. So 8 and 5 is 12 versus.
For the skeleton?
Yep.
Negative.
Okay, that's a miss. Halford moved, right? I'm having trouble seeing, but I want to be behind Halford
Okay.
and like crouching,
Yeah, you're on the diagonal, or do you want to be like right behind?
like right behind.
Okay, you're right behind.
Yeah.
Okay, so now it is.
You have a very good view back there. I have on very tight buckskin pants.
Your traps are so massive.
What?
Trapezius.
My turn, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that'll finally be a hit with the whole quarterstaff.
I love how we gender swapped.
19.
No.
Yeah, 19 to hit.
That'll hit the acolyte.
9 damage.
Whoever's keeping it, I'm not.
9 damage.
9 damage. I'm on it.
Alright.
He's like,
So this time I just use it like a spear and hit him right in the chest with the back end of the staff.
ooh.
Almost
Like it.
got him.
And then, yep, that's also going to hit 22. And then I just follow it up with, I slam my beak right into his face for another 6 damage.
Screams and has a little bit of blood running down his face from your beak.
He's looking really, really rough.
Okay, and then it is Halfred.
Halford.
Take out another skeleton. Please.
Shara, we cannot leave until the battle is won. It is the strong arm code, and I live by it. And then Halfred continues to try to hit the skeleton with his battle axe. I'm going to say that he missed because of height discrepancies.
Right.
And he... Yes! That is a 23 versus the skeleton.
Oh yeah.
Okay. And that'll be 10 damage.
I'm pretty sure it's dead. It's been hit before.
Skeleton?
Oh,
Another
10 damage? Nope, not quite.
That's Acolyte.
Oh, we have 3 viewers now.
Oh, it's the skelly. Yeah. Sorry, that. Whatever.
dead, right?
Is it dead?
It's dead.
Okay.
Then another one crumbles to the ground. Strong arm style.
Oh, thank goodness, Halford. Can we back up and fight the one behind us now, please? It's further away from the rest of them.
Which one?
Alright, so now
Point
it's
to
the
it with
acolyte's turns.
Doesn't matter.
The one that's at a disadvantage, can she move? Can you move? The one that's at the disadvantage, can they move?
You mean the one we have advantage on?
Yeah.
That's
I wasn't sure
different.
if the fairy
They
crap
can
was
do
doing
whatever they
it.
want. They're going to
Okay.
take 2.
Yeah.
They'll get opportunity attacks if they move away.
Yeah.
Unless they take their action to disengage.
Well, disengages. Yep,
Thanks.
made it up.
I mean, we can chase.
1, 2, 3,
A couple
4,
levels from now, I'll be able to
5,
stop that.
6.
A couple levels from now, I'll be drunk.
Stand
I'm going to disengage.
up. 1, 2, 3.
I got some whiskey.
And this one disengages and moves back. And And then we're to the top of the thing. So she lies down and roll. And poof. And the one that's
Cowards.
No, you left me. That's what you hear.
Oh, that's the one I want to kill.
Already left me.
We're not done yet.
So then it is the skeleton.
No, that was Ishara's. We're not done yet.
We have one skeleton left. One skeleton. Ooh. That is a hit on the knight for 6 damage. And then zombie brains. Does not hit on that knight. And that's all my dead people that's still alive. Okay. Oh, now it's the knight's turn. Tanda, she got away! We must kill the rest. Oh, that is a crit failure. So, and then
Stop being dead late over there.
Alright. Okay, so that's a hit, and that's 18, so that skeleton's dead. And then this one's gonna move over here. 3, 4. Ooh, and that is a crit
Oh,
for, what is that, 24?
oh, he's dead.
Crits hit. Oh, you mean damage? Yeah.
He's
Damage.
got 11.
Yeah, that one disengaged.
11 hit points.
Back from disadvantage.
We just roll the damage twice.
You roll the damage
No one has
twice?
disadvantage.
You
On
roll
a
the
crit.
damage dice
Roll the
twice,
damage dice twice.
and you give the mod after.
Okay, so the damage
longer
die
have
is 14 as it is.
The fairy fire's still on.
Well, what's the dice only? 14?
Does the knight get
Roll
the
it
same
again,
advantage?
Presumably.
Another 14.
So
plus
she
any mods.
different-
28.
Dead
She
anyway.
probably should be rolling
It's
two
dead.
20s. It's dead.
Is it? What's the damage die?
22 plus 2, so 30.
You were doing 14 damage with what dice?
2d12.
Well, there you go.
Okay. Got it. Understood. That acolyte is way dead.
Host.
That
And
helps.
Knowing that you're in the realm of 2D damage is
And there's one sad little zombie left.
I rolled 1d6.
And it is Ideal's turn.
Ah,
I rolled a d8.
I am nowhere near this thing, but I run as far to it as I can. 6. I take a. How much is the dash? Just double? I do a double. I do a dash.
7, 8, 9.
Sure, and that's all I can do. I spit at its feet.
Okay. And then Gears.
I will move as close as I can to the remaining.
Are you 5?
25 feet, so yeah, I think that's 5.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. And then
Is that me?
Shriek.
Did you want to attack?
He didn't reach him.
Well, couldn't he like cast a spell? Cantrip?
Cantrip probably. I think my spells are done. Yeah, he'll take that same. What?
It's probably day.
The spell slots are a daily thing.
No, 12 in day. Sorry, 40.
Let's get it out of our minds.
Unless you're a warlock.
Yeah, that same like snake creature totem shoves it in its face or in its direction anyway. An acid spray comes out.
Is this gonna hit me too?
Probably.
Okay. Fantastic.
Actually, it says I can choose one or two,
Ah.
so I will choose the one creature
Got it.
and not the other creature.
Got it.
Dex throw.
13 dex.
17.
A freaking zombie? That's
So ideal might as well throw that Dex throw anyway, just to,
You want me to?
since I missed that one.
I thought you
Okay.
just might be looking for payback from the 40
I
game.
mean,
Well-
don't let Valpyrus cloud your judgment.
Alright, so now we are to Shriek then.
Yes, I will cast Vicious Mockery at the lone enemy there and say, "You're as ugly as you look." And,
That's generally how that works.
and he has to make a Wiz 13 save.
Even with a -2, it's a 15. Sorry.
Time I rolled max damage.
Alright, Ishara.
That was good. Ishara slides around so that Halfred is between her and there you go, and the zombie. Well, am I 30 feet away from there, or what's the distance to the zombie?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, you're more than 30.
Okay, well that won't work.
You could have thrown it before you.
Okay, am I close enough to throw it, and then?
If you're here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah.
Okay, so that'll do that. I'll throw it and then move. So,
Okay.
another fireball and flings it. And helps by
Definite.
so 17 and 5 is 22.
That's a definite hit.
4 damage.
That zombie has, I don't know how much left. 22? It had 22 max.
Anybody tracking here?
So is
Yeah,
that
it's
number
taken.
2 River Sucker?
Was it number 1 or number 2?
I think it's number
One is
2.
dead, right?
Oh yeah,
So it's full health.
It's full health.
Okay. Thwack!
Okay, so I can't reach that thing either. Where did the acolyte die?
Oh.
Can I see any food? Like, maybe like someone who was there for the party had like, I don't know, like a turkey leg or something they were eating and they dropped when they were fleeing.
So the Acolyte has a turkey leg.
Make an investigation check.
I'm pretty sure that you are now a carrion
Yes.
bird.
Or anything shiny?
I'll take shiny too. I was looking for food first.
There happens to be a turkey leg not too far from you that has been left over from the festival.
Okay, so I'm gonna go over to it, pick it up, like put in my pocket for later, and then I guess for the rest of my movement, where's Halfred? Oh, he's over there. Not. Yeah, I think I'll just walk over to Halfred. That's about halfway anyway.
And now we are to
The NFL stadium.
The 4
cam.
strings. So
Alfred.
Sky can't work.
Okay. Alfred sees his big bird not next to him.
I'm not that big. Well, you're that small, so yeah.
And how many spaces away am I from that zombie thingy? Whatever that hostile creature in front of my... Huh?
8.
Okay. So I'm gonna walk 5 up. Sure. Follow me. And walks 5 up, and then he's going to take out his... No! I didn't want to do that!
Alfred, your voice.
What
is
are you-
on high octave.
Why did you whip that out at this time?
Just to make you jealous.
And he's gonna grab his hand axe, and he can can throw it at a rate up to a range of 60 feet. So,
Within that, definitely.
so that
That's
is.
when I did the detect magic
Sorry, I've not
thing first.
done this before.
Yeah, it's the whole day.
Okay.
So. So he like winds it up, chucks it with his strong arm. And that'll be an 18.
That's definitely a hit.
And that'll be a 8 damage.
That's about half damage now for him.
Yes.
Okay, and there's no more acolytes.
I believe I have to go back and pick that up, right? Oh no, wait. I have proficiency as well, so that is
Still dead.
to the attack roll. Okay. So that
That's
didn't,
your.
Okay.
so it didn't matter because
So then the zombie gets attacked and is going to attack.
I think.
Who is that?
It's
Is that
close
you?
to
No, that's you.
Ideal.
Ideal. Okay.
Just grab the turkey.
Bring your evil
So is it
deeds forward.
No, the 4 includes.
11? Alright. So
May the light of arena smite you down.
the knight says, "We've almost got him." Except for she whiffs.
2 plus your proficiency. Sorry.
And he whiffs.
Put your back into it, friend.
Ah, we finally have a hit.
Alfred, be careful. Those knights can't
And
even hit
that's-
that thing.
9 damage.
9
on the.
almost dead.
what the zombie thing?
And so
He has 1.
Tanda comes out
Shar, did you not see?
with her dagger.
Who?
And
Tanda.
Tanda, sorry, and just ekes out a hit for 3.
Sure.
That'll do.
It's so wonderful. how
That'll
you
do,
care.
pig. Okay.
Error.
So Tanda and the knights kind of gather, kind of ignoring you guys.
It's rude.
And they just talk about that they what's going on? Why can't why is it still nighttime? And Tanda goes, I don't know, but who are these people? Perhaps they can fill us in on things. Kind folks, will you come inside and so we can talk away from where the other ungodly things might be?
I take out that turkey leg, start picking at it, and I don't even wait for them to usher me in. I just walk in.
Okay.
Gears goes back to where he originally shot that first arrow at the first skeleton and recovers the arrow.
Okay.
Yeah.
I follow Hal.
This will be a great tale to tell. Haha.
Halfred goes up to the dead zombie and grabs his hand axe back that he had sunk into it. And when he does that, he puts his foot on it, kind of yanks it out.
We'd be happy to join you.
And then he walks into the town hall.
So
He says,
Shara.
cute little. So I think now would be a good time for potty breaks,
Potty break.
comfort break,
Yes.
and we can
Bio.
move into more discussions.
Survived our
inside.
first encounter.
We
in
did
5e.
it.
You did.
We didn't die.
So I believe most of you have said that you were heading inside. Is that correct?
Going in.
I'm already in. So, what do I see inside?
So inside you see a long. When you go in, it's a U-shaped room, because that's what we're going to call it. There's stairs going upstairs. There's a bustle of people going around and a twitter of flurrying, but you notice that there are a couple tables, and there are definitely the people that you saw starting the Astara celebration are talking in different clumps. You see at the far end, you see Tanda and the main knight. You see a couple of the other Republic leaders, and then yourselves and some other people bustling tables. There's food, there's some mead. If you need to get yourself a drink, you can.
Yeah, so I'm gonna straight to the food table. I get my I get Squeaks out of my pack, and I just start like feeding him random scraps from the table.
So we just exited a battle and walked into a posh party
It was.
feeling. It was before the battle.
It was. It was the place that the upper echelons of Amisha was going to celebrate after the benediction for Astara. So it's some swanky food, some really good cuts of meat, and some fancy cheeses, and lots
Oh
of...
yeah, cheeses. That's where I'm at. Mouse cheese done.
Yep.
Yep.
Nice goblets and plates, but nobody seems to be interested in it except for Thwack and Squeaks at this moment in time. They're just all talking and peering outside the windows.
Should we bar the door?
Let them come. I didn't get a chance to kill the one. I have his name written down, even though I don't know it.
I unfortunately am out of my fine silver wire and tiny bells. Otherwise, I could set an alarm on the door.
So,
Tanda has entered with us?
yes.
Yes.
Tanda, and this is Duriani.
Well,
Duriani. She is the representative from Zara, the water world. She's the military head.
I would know this person.
Yes. She's talking with Tanda, and she notices that you guys are just kind of hanging around, and so she walks up and she says, please, come in. You fought bravely. We appreciate soldiers in our midst. Please come sit and tell us, how did this start? What did you see? I was stationed inside and was not available when this first happened.
Duriani, well met. So there was a rumbling, and a big, giant crystal sprung from the ground, and dark acolytes and skeletons attacked us from every direction.
I didn't recognize the language they spoke.
They were speaking in gobbledygook.
I parrot the excited yammering, the right? Thank you. Best character ever.
I don't recognize that language. Tanda, do you happen to know it? And Tanda says, it was dark, and I cannot speak it. So my guess is that was draconic or abyssal. Does anybody here speak those languages?
Nay.
Nope.
No.
Well, I knew that this winter was extra hard for our world, and Arena is just so upset with us. She has been not giving as many messages to us who are her acolytes in this world. She seems to have withdrawn her favor from us, which is disturbing, because to see those skeletons and things from the river, it's just unnatural and something that she would never allow here. But the world has become a dark place, and perhaps we need to come up with ways to make it much lighter.
At this point,
Agreed.
I'm just starting to fill my pockets.
Gears is just leaning back against a wall. He's got, a little piece of wood, and he's just chipping away, carving, whittling, just whatever, just.
So, Norver, Norver, and the prince. I forgot his name. That's horrible.
That should be his name.
I know, right? That's horrible.
Nover.
Nover.
No RVER.
Norver.
Of the Westchester Norvers.
Norver is the representative from Shulamit.
Can we? So we have. What are the gender and race combinations of these people that we see here?
So
Tanda.
Tanda is elfish and a female.
Elf.
She's an older female.
Duriani.
Duriani is a human.
Human witch.
She
Human
is
witch?
Not a witch. Human witch gender.
female
Fluid.
and is a knight or soldier. Dorver is I believe, a gnome.
A man.
I lied. Halfling. Sorry. Dorver is a halfling because he comes from Shulamit. We have Grafiro, Gryphero. Was also, and that is actually a gnome. That's the forest gnome. So that is the representative from Ogokahara.
Nefario?
Gryphero. Grapiro.
There's so many letters that I don't understand going next to each other. G-R, Griff, Y, P-H?
P-H-E-R-O.
E-R-O.
What's the problem with those
I got Griff. Okay.
It's
random
Griffro with a
names?
PH.
Griffro.
With the random name.
Nice. Random generator.
Random name generator. Sometimes it's just not good.
I think it's great. So you say.
And then the last person who is there is this guy, Satchel. That's easy enough to know.
So juicy.
Sir.
No, I said so you say.
So you say. So you say.
Satchel, and he is the prince, the third in line of Vanilla. Hey there, Shriek.
Another.
Prince handbag.
Ah, yes.
A male whip.
My friends.
A male human.
How wonderful to see you again.
Shall we
Off
play again?
The throne.
Oh, you were doing that.
Oh.
Oops, I just overwrote what Roger just did. Undo. I'll take the left 3 columns.
Norver looks up out of his conversation with the prince, Satchel, since he notices Shriek and gets distracted. And Norver goes over to Halford. Says, "Good to see you here. Misha, I know that you've checked in with the barracks. Perhaps you would be willing to lead a excursion to find out what is going on and to track down this troublesome witch that has caused the issues today.
Yes, so long as it does not interfere with my duty to Ashara.
I will go immediately to weed out this darkness from our great land.
Thomas says, perhaps the council shall vote.
Is Norver higher rank than me?
Technically retired,
Okay.
but he's the representative that has been chosen by the Shulamits to come
Okay.
represent them here.
So I'd like to speak directly into her mind. It's the first time I've ever done this.
Okay. Oh wow, this is gonna be funny.
But I have the ability to telepathically speak to people.
Okay.
and I want to tell her, wait, we don't have any other leads. Maybe this is our best opportunity. And I grant you also the ability to speak telepathically back to me for 6 seconds.
6 seconds, go.
1001. 1002.
Okay.
Okay.
This is very odd.
Many words.
I see her straining. Like, are you feeling well?
Oh yes, the battle. I may need a rest. Not a very long, but
And I don't even turn to you, but I do grab a drink from the table and just hold it out towards you.
I grab it. Just my mustache, my wonderful handlebar mustache is like all wet. I just
And my gaze slowly turns to you, and I ask, are you friend or foe in your mind? I don't allow you to speak back to me.
this does not freak him out at all. I'm guessing.
Do we know?
You see me, I get out my little notebook and I start writing in it.
I think he would.
Yeah,
Well, I don't know.
that's the
DM,
question
would he
is,
know
I
Do we
would
need
think
to know
who was speaking to
perception?
him? I'm staring right at him.
An omniscient voice.
I believe we only have one female in this group, so
We got 2 viewers.
Yeah, I think I am the only female.
you're the only female in this
We got
group.
your max.
Do
and your
we-
brother.
Funny enough, we have
I mean,
2 females, and yet none
Thrak
of them are
is-
playing a female.
I know no gender for
I
Thrak.
have
Thrak is just Thrak.
That feels right.
I have yet to look
Thwack
under your
is a
tail
little-
feather.
Avian.
Yeah.
That is fine.
while you are discussing amongst yourselves, Norver says we should give them as many men and items that we can. And Sasha says, no, we need to have them for here. We need to protect our people and our things, so they cannot go to the east and come get us. And Tana says, well, we must prepare them because we don't know what's going on, and this night could go forever. And Darina says, they have fought bravely. They will continue to fight bravely on our behalf, and they will seek just rewards. And so they kind of,
Rewards?
we have agreed among us.
You spoke of rewards.
Yes. Norver says, because you have fought bravely, we will give you some gifts to help you along your journey today. And if you come back and can help us figure out how to restore the light to our world, we will reward you plenty.
And at that, Thwack just turns like on a swivel. No words, just
So we shall give you to the, I'll have to find them. So, and I'll find them and actually give them out to you guys. Side note. The Mace of Smiting, a Potion of Healing, a Potion of Climbing, and a Spell Scroll of Beast Sense. That you guys can divvy up how you so desire.
I will immortalize our adventures in song.
Do you know of any?
Eventually.
Do you know of any lore or stories of? Have you heard anything of great power or old power or magic of the ancients that may have people have talked about it as tales or stories, but they've now seen those stories come alive?
Tanda says, that is a good question, my kind friend. There have been talk of symbols that have been used to create either very dark magic or very light magic. And I do not know what these symbols are, only that we are at a crossroads here, and that everything should converge here. That is what Omisha is. It is a place that the light is supposed to converge and bring goodness to the world. It has not done that for a long time.
By here, do you mean the crystal outside, or here, the city?
I was not aware that the crystal existed, but perhaps it is a point of convergence for energy. It does not seem to have its own energy.
Have you seen such crystals before? Can we use them?
I have only heard of smaller versions of things that you can hold, perhaps carry around, not ones that dwarf our sky in such a way. But they have been lost to the centuries, and they are, as far as I was aware until today, they were simply stories of lore.
This point squeaks, like slips out of my hand. I just start chasing him around like the table.
Keep your beast under control, duck.
You talking to the rat?
Alfred's still
And
drinking and kind of trying to get over the fact that Ashara talked to him in his head. He's still a little freaked out about that.
So it sounds like we have a quest, a mission, something to do.
Yes.
Sort of mission quest thing.
Maybe we should have an evening at the inn before we leave.
Yes, there are many fine establishments in this town.
At
Speaks
at
up
1
Satchel.
PM in the afternoon.
So,
It's a little later than that. We've been sitting around talking for a while. I'd say it's dinner time.
And it's still dark.
It's still dark.
Can we?
I turned to Doriani. Is there accommodations here in the what is this place called? It's like
Town hall.
Town hall. In the town hall.
There really aren't. This is more for meetings. Because we have the embassies of the four cities to the south of us. But there are homes to the north, and there are also inns where you can purchase. And here, just take this scroll with you, and anybody will allow you in. And Satchel says, yes, I will sign that too. You don't have to worry about money for tonight. You can stay where you wish and have what food you need.
Thank you.
Well,
Make sure to stop by the Fire Brewery. It is the best, isn't it, Shriek?
Best lager in all the land.
Comes from the mountains where the source of this river runs.
so is there a place to sleep there, or is that a place for you to drink?
It's the same to Shriek.
I believe I saw an inn next door to this brewery. I know not if its comforts.
The weary wyvern inn is across the road.
In fact, two right next door.
The gnome, which apparently I don't actually have up here. I just realized that now. Sorry.
Referral?
Yes. He says, because you realize he has not spoken up much. He's very quiet and very still. He says, I prefer the Inn of the Northern Road. But I, just like you, my dear, come from the north. And the forest is our home. And some other people speak up and say, oh, well, I like this inn. And somebody says, well, the Night Candle Inn always seems to be very nice, but it seems like they have very select people that go in. Very quiet people who do funny things on rooftops. Perhaps they'll let you in for the evening. The Witch's Brew is my favorite, says Tanda. I have gone there for almost a century.
so I take it by strange things on rooftops, that would be one of the places where I watched the monk go through his training. Okay. Double checking. Weird things on rooftops can be a lot.
This is true.
Alfred, do we have a few more minutes here before we leave?
Yes.
Yes, take your time. Nara says we have plenty of food that went to waste.
Spend hit dice.
So
We're taking a long rest.
please
Long rest or short?
take
I
your
mean,
time.
short rest. You can spend hit dice if you're needing food.
Halford might actually want to go.
And the Republic kind of ignores you and goes back to their table and starts talking again.
Would Halford be able to stay at the Bedouin barracks?
As another quiet
But
no.
would Shar be welcome there?
Probably not.
As a quiet gnome, Gears just idles his way, over towards the table just to listen if he can. Not blatantly, just kind of.
Do you want to roll perception? Because there's a little bit of ruckus going around, so if you can hear.
That's gonna be. Perception. 7?
You hear blips about gods and goddesses and why mere mortals must suffer their wrath. And how do we protect our town?
I'm coming to the Bedouin barracks with them?
Maybe.
Maybe.
I might leave.
Are we taking a short rest or?
Short rest is an hour.
Are we gonna be here?
We've been
for
hanging
an hour?
out here that long?
I would think
Yeah.
All right.
Short rest.
So if you want to spend your one hit die.
I'd like to sit down on the ground in the corner and I'd like to ritual cast a heal on myself.
so. Okay.
Yep, I'm a ritual caster.
Yeah, but is that a spell that can be cast as a ritual?
Nice. Nice advice.
I don't know if it tells you. There's a way to see that.
That just seemed possibly game breaking. Was the other reason why I was asking.
No, I thought that was like a whole thing.
It might be.
Time to spend.
There's ritual casting.
That's
Oh, if they have the ritual
Yes.
tag.
Yeah.
Okay.
Discuss.
Alright. So just ignore that.
Long strider.
Alright, I don't see the tag.
Long strider just mean you can walk farther.
Alright, I'm gonna spend the hit die.
You're guaranteed to max out.
D8 plus 2.
Yeah.
6 and 2.
Double kill. And then do your points accordingly.
6 and 2 is
The
Alright. Sorry. Learning 5e.
looking at the map, Ms. Dion,
Mm-hmm.
is this the river?
Yes.
And the town hall straddles.
Yes.
Alright, so
It's not on stilts. Like it just looks like it goes underneath. Like that looks like the town hall is sitting on top of both
Like
the
falling
road
water.
and yeah.
Because we were just talking about that.
So
Frankly, right.
at this point, Thwack is gonna go up to Halfred because he is not the smartest bird, and he's just bald, shirtless guy equals monk. So goes, yeah. So he goes up, takes out the scroll, and there's like a bit of like a ring of an onion that is like stuck around the scroll. Just shakes that off. Then points it at you and parrots back the his friend's dying words. Take this scroll to the order. Yeah.
Which order and who do you think I am, bird creature?
He just tilts his head to the side, back the other way, and then repeats the line and holds out the scroll again.
Alfred yanks it and because stronger.
Can you read it?
It's in your hands.
Is there
It hasn't
magic?
zapped you yet.
I just want to make. Okay.
I don't know. This was a plot hook I handed to her to do whatever she felt would be fun. I don't even know what's on it yet.
Well, I don't know what order, so I have to open it to figure out who to take it to. Oh.
Sounds reasonable.
My job's done. I did my job.
I start wandering off looking for beer. And I hop, jump, and a skip and a song make my way back to the Fire Mountain Brewery, where I am laden with song and drink.
Halford just tucks it inside his buckskin tight pants for now. And
Does it stick out like a little tail coming out of the back of the pants? Just kind of hangs there?
Out of his perfectly round bubble butt that I made sure to have on his mini.
Two handfuls.
Oh yeah. Two round, giant handfuls.
Now we know what Nikki
A couple of hams.
A couple of hams. It's like two perfectly
Small
round
His body.
Small like pig.
Look,
two beautiful hams.
look, okay? He's very proud of his physique, believing it to be a supreme work of beauty and art. Okay? His perfection. Just a tiny. Just tiny, okay?
It's in small package.
It's a small package.
Well, it seems like the bird's with us anyway. Shall we? Off to the northern end? Northern Road Inn? End of the northern road?
Where is that?
I haven't
Right next to the
Fire
Fire Mountain
Mountain
Brewery.
I see it. I'm just somewhere reading a holy tome.
Do I have anything else?
When you
can
refer
do
to me
with
as
this?
the bird, I just
I mean,
I
you can
hold out my hand
touch
and then
people
just
and
make this
you can
sound.
ask them to send or back down to your father or get it back to the
Whack.
Schulmans.
Okay.
I try to talk to him in his mind and make the same sound with my imagination in his head. Can I do that?
Sure.
And I say, Ishara.
Oh, look, they bonded.
Well met. Flack.
Can I speak back with the...
Not unless I let you.
I know, that's what I was asking.
Oh. I didn't choose to say that, so I'm sorry.
So, I'm
That's
going-
interesting. I'm curious. Well, we'll
I wonder what that would
talk
sound
about
like.
that. Yeah.
There's
So I'm
a long line of
gonna accompany.
conversations about how
I'm gonna escort them back to. I'm gonna escort them to the end of the northern road, and then I'm going to say, Ishara, Thwack. I'm going to leave you here. I have business to attend to at the Bedouin barracks further south.
As you head along the road.
I'll be back.
I follow you.
Birdman! Why are you following me?
Come with me, Flag, and I hold out my hand. I take it, but I don't actually go anywhere.
Trying to like.
As you walk to the northern end to be dropped off by your mom, you realize that there has been kind of a hush over town. Like
Still
just,
dark?
it's still dark. It's very quiet.
Jeez.
Can I?
Nope.
No. I would like to take a swing at this crystal with my sword
Sure.
on the way out.
On the way out, where are you going?
Oh, well, we left the town hall, right?
North is the.
We gotta cross the
Yeah.
You're going out the building.
I
on
went
north
out
side
the
of
other side
It's fine.
and I rolled a 10. 10 to 10.
And as you swing, you connect with it, and you just hear this ding. And you kind of vibrate a little bit, and you're like, and you're done.
And I walked back through the town hall to the other side.
So hush just fawn over town because it's nighttime, and it feels like it's 2:00 in the morning, but it's just dinner time, and the people, you can see that there are people huddling in the different rooms, either in the temples or in the warehouses, and they're just unsure. Like things just feel uncentered. Kind of, your hair isn't standing up quite, but you kind of get that prickly feeling in the back of your head that it's just not right. But
So
it's quiet for now.
Shriek, as he's performing for crowds and hopping between areas, unbeknownst to the people, he's actually casting a spell Friends into the crowd, which increases his charisma to them, and is using performance and persuasion to listen for rumors, to find people of influence, positive or negative, to find leads or ideas of what the locals think is happening.
I like this.
Can I do a persuasion
Yeah,
or deception?
I like deception. Let's do deception.
Okay.
I'm gonna need to roll.
Performance?
Is there a performance?
There is
There
a
is.
performance.
Oh, let's do
Literally
performance. I think that's literally.
Well, I didn't know,
It's
like,
shop based.
that's like how well I'm delighting people, but I'm actually trying to like convince them to share secrets. So
Yeah, I think it's definitely charisma.
they're the same score for me, so
Fair enough.
and I have advantage. Does Friends give me advantage? Is that what it is? Yes. So 23.
Oh yeah, I would say that you do a good job, and so as you're kind of strumming and singing, and people really aren't paying attention to you because of the unsettling events of the day, and it still being day but night, they're kind of talking, and you hear some different people whisper. There are some clearly pickpockets in the corner whispering about the fact that they have always thought that having eternal night would be helpful for their mode and how they can continue to survive and take advantage of people, but it doesn't feel like it's something that they really wanted. To kind of move on to the next group, and they say it's a bunch of priests from different temples kind of meeting together, talking about their gods, and how could they let this happen? There's got to be a way for them to fix it. And there must be. I think if they work together, there's a way for them to figure this out. And another group says it's got to be that god Relishes. How do you say it? Relishes.
Radishes?
That trickster god. And I don't think he has the power alone. And then there's some other people talking about, well, did you know that woman down the street, she's such a harlot, she's doing it with Alicia. I didn't know that. Well, is she gonna sneak there in the nighttime? It's night now. People will see. And the last group are just kind of mindless going, beer good. Beer good. We should drink more beer.
Amen.
Beer!
Because this is
Sorry.
probably because the computer is. We don't know.
Okay. So.
What
Okay. I don't think I take any further action.
Alfred, while you're walking back towards the town hall to get to the Bedouin, you hear a scampering. Not like a bad scampering, just quick rush of feet. You try to look around. Roll perception.
12?
Yeah, for this level, take it. So you turn around and you see a shadow just kind of like jump from stair to window and disappear over the wall of the night candle inn behind you. And you're like, and you keep moving to your Bedouin barracks.
Over the what?
The night candle inn.
I have a problem.
Oh,
Night
okay, I went
candles
this
here.
way.
Bedouin barracks are here.
She was heading back down towards the town hall because you have to cross the town hall to get to the other side. So she just kind of heard them passing her on this road in
Did
between.
she ever come to the?
She dropped them off at the Northern Inn. Inn of the Northern
So
Road.
she would have came around.
Okay.
You were just moving faster than I was ready for you to move fast. I had to get my storytelling in between, so. So those of you at the inn of the who's at the inn right now? It's Ideal and Thwack and
Would I have
Ashara.
seen the same ones pursuing her?
I was assuming that she had left you inside and that she was outside walking
Yeah, I was
backwards.
trying to just follow her, despite the fact that she was telling me not to.
Did you let go of Ashara? Did you move from Ashara?
Well, I grabbed her hand, but I didn't actually go anywhere. And then the idea was when Halford walked off, I just followed.
Follow. Then yes, you noticed it too. Well, roll dice. Roll perception. Sorry.
So what's that against again?
Oh yeah, I see everything everywhere. That is 24.
Okay. Then yes, you actually happen to see that it is a monk-looking creature that is doing some parkour up some buildings and disappears over the ledge of the because what you kind of see is that it's not the typical pointy roof on the night inn. It's like it's got a ledge and then you can't see him like drop in, but you know that it's more of like a flat roof. It's not the pointy type. So but it's really dark. There are torches going now around town, but you can't see beyond where he went.
Okay. So at this point, I'm gonna try to run up to Halfred and start dragging him towards that building. And I'm gonna say, Halfred, don't leave me, in the same voice that Ashara did during the fight.
Are you behind me right now?
Yeah, and I'm just like I'm.
You're saying that as you're grabbing me from behind?
Yeah, exactly. I'm just kind of like.
Ashara, I thought I told you to leave me. Oh, jeez. This bird. I thought I told you to stay behind. What are you doing?
And I repeat the take the scroll to the order, and I'm trying to drag you towards the building where I saw them coming from.
Alright, I'll go deal with this, and then I go and deal with the other thing, and lucky you are. Where are you taking me, Bird?
So they went to the Night
And
Candle Inn?
Halford goes and he takes the scroll and out of his back, and then he kind of tucks it in the front of his pants.
I just
Like it's sticking out, but
You
like
have a backpack?
no.
You don't have a backpack?
No.
On your equipment? No, it goes against your shirtless.
Wouldn't want to cover up the
physique.
lats.
I mean, I technically do have a
How
backpack,
curious.
but I mean,
He wears
it's like
it like a
slung
fanny
over
pack.
like one, but I left it with Ashara.
It's a
So,
front
like,
side
it's
fanny
just
pack,
kind
so it
of
doesn't
like-
cover the fanny.
So I'm just kind of like tucking it in the front here.
I always tuck it in.
So yeah, he's following the bird now. Like,
I walk up to the innkeep and say, "Can I have a room for the night, please?"
Yes, my darling. Please come in.
What is your
It
most
is.
affordable
I
accommodation?
hand the note of giving us things.
Oh yes, yes,
This
We'll take-
should get us through.
yes. We'll take good care of you. If you want to come on in, would you like to have your dinner in your room, or would you like to sit in the dining hall?
I'd like to take mine in the dining hall, please.
Okay.
Do you have a room with a window?
I do, in fact, for this rate, we absolutely do.
I'd be happy with dinner in my room.
Okay.
See you at dawn.
See you at dawn.
Good evening. Follow the innkeeper.
Takes Ashara up to her room. I'll be back with your meal, and then comes down and takes Ideal over to the dining hall where he can drink and have his food. And then eventually the food makes its way back up to Ashara, so we'll ignore them for the rest of the evening.
Is there anyone else eating that looks interesting?
There are some clearly shaken visitors. They're visitors. It's very clear that none of these. I mean, besides the barkeep and the inn run, they're not locals. These are all visitors from the different towns, and you recognize some from Zara. Not by intimate detail, but you just recognize their clothing and their manner of dialect. There, again, are some from Anilla and Agoria, and just kind of all over the place. Just very quiet, eating, talking about whether or not to head home immediately or to stay and see what happens. Nothing of great learning.
Okay.
so are you going?
We'll just go around the room. I think that works. So, what's your next action?
So Halfred looks at Thwack and goes, "What?" Keeps following him, and he goes, "What could be more important than reporting back to the general of the strong-arm force?"
Scroll! And at this point, are we up to the inn yet?
Sure.
And
I think you've managed to drag the halfling with you.
Yeah. I mean, he's not really fighting back.
Well, this is true. He's just
confused and annoyed, right?
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like, you're not really, like, a friend yet. Like,
Right. Yeah, I know.
you're just there. So,
So I opened the door
And the door slams shut.
what?
And the,
Is it dark? It's dark, right? I'm gonna
It's
assume.
dark.
Yeah.
and the door opens back up slowly. My name is Tinyu. Who are you?
Halfred,
I can do that too.
Well, I didn't actually do that. I just make the sound.
Halford has his hand on his battle axe, and he says, "I am Halford Strongarm of the Strongarm Force."
This inn is full tonight, and every night. This is not for others.
Take this scroll to my order.
This bird, he dragged me here.
What do you know of order?
I just point at Halford's package.
And with his other free hand, this thing? And
He whips it out.
He whips up the scroll.
Like, takes them all out.
Like, whips the scroll out. And he holds it pretty close because he doesn't know if he can trust the guy that's in front of him right now. And he also doesn't know what this thing is. And so he holds it pretty tight, and he doesn't he's just holding it to show it, not to hand it to the guy, and he says, this scroll, do you know of this scroll?
Continue takes a look. You are not that monk. You are definitely not that monk. Come back in the morning. Or what would be the morning at 10 a.m. They are currently busy right now. They will meet you tomorrow.
Of course I'm no monk.
Bring that back tomorrow. Door closes.
Bring that back tomorrow.
Thwack, what do you take me for, some errand boy?
Bring that back tomorrow.
I have more important things to do, like reporting back to the general of the Strong-Armed Force.
Are you still holding it out?
Yes.
I snatch it and start walking off down the road.
Good. I have more important things to do. And then he goes and starts walking back to the Bedouin barracks to go do his thing that he was gonna go do.
Alright, Shriek, what you doing?
I'm continuing to entertain until it's it seems like people are heading to bed, because it's always dark, but
Yeah, they're heading
in their realm.
They're
I'm gonna be sleeping at
drunk.
the...
And normally you would be so used to seeing the men and women falling all over each other, but there's none of that tonight. They're just kind of sad.
And yet Shriek has an uncanny ability to drink and not really get drunk, and it is don't challenge him to a drinking contest. But at some point he sort of just appears in the window of Ishara's room and says,
I thought I caused that.
"Sleep well tonight, my little friend. The sun will rise and lives will end." And then just disappears. And then he's sort of a loner at this point still, so he finds a cozy a animal stall to just sleep in some hay.
There's some.
And when she had her eyes closed and is just listening to you saying, and when you leave, she opens her eyes and they're flared purple, lighting almost the whole room up purple.
So I maybe see a shimmer of purple from the window.
And she closes her eyes and goes back to sleep.
Creepy. Gears, what have you been doing?
Gears left with you all from the town hall and
Cricket just
followed along.
They heard you coming.
I think at the you went to the Fire Brewery, right?
Fire Mountain.
And Ishara went to
We're at the
Inn of the Northern Road.
I'm asleep in the end of the Northern Road.
So Ideal and Ishar are at the Northern Road.
I assume that
The other two.
Quack is there too now, right?
Well, they went to the Night Candle
I'll
Inn, right?
go to wherever smelled like the best food.
You have no free food pass.
Doesn't matter.
When Ideal and Ishara went
You did
into
pick. Weren't
the
you
ho-
stuffing your pockets earlier?
into the inn of the Northern Road.
You were like
I was
Napoleon
with them.
Dynamite and shit out of those
Tatted
tots.
along. I just went to my room.
Okay. Sounds good.
Yeah.
2
Um,
passes.
As you pass, Halford, as you start to pass around the crystal, because you have to pass it to get down to the Bedouin barracks, you hear some chanting from the other side, and so you approach it quietly,
I am a halfling.
hand on your axe hammer, and you recognize that it's Tonda, but she's outside, kind of floating off the ground and speaking some things. And what would you like to do?
Do I understand the language she's speaking?
It's common.
It's common. Can I get closer to hear what she's chanting?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So
Are you sneaking, or are you just kind of clomping up?
I'll sneak. I'll roll. I'll roll stealth.
With
No.
4. Yes. Tana is kind of sitting there with her eyes closed, and one eye kind of opens and is like, "I hear you, strong arm."
That is because I meant you to. That was deliberate.
She kind of gets
deliberate.
a
It was
little
deliberate.
smile on her face, and she's like, "You are good at heart, and I think you will do well in this venture. Just remember to try and keep the light in your heart, and you'll hopefully do well. I'm trying to protect this town and those in it from any future evil incursions. Be on your way."
Thank you, Tondo. And then he bows, and then he walks back. He walks towards the Bedouin barracks because he does not know of magics.
Alright. And you get there uneventfully.
Okay, yeah, and I think he'll stay there for the night.
Okay.
So,
So, long rest. End of encounter for today.
Yep.
Yeah, at this point, I've gotten kicked out of the place I tried to get into because they're not letting me in. And I've just found like an alley somewhere. I just start like taking the food I stashed, and I eat a little, give a little to the mouse, and just that's where I'm sleeping.
Have a good evening. Then I would say here concludes our first night and our first session. And I am doing the just encounter level. I'm not actually doing XPs, so you all get to level up tonight. Woo!
Level 2.
I get
session.
spells.
Yes.
I get 4 spells!
And then
And I can actually beast shape. No, wild shape. Because I wasn't supposed to earlier.
and then I guess whenever we're off air, we can talk about other things. So
Great.
All right. Thank you.
Yep, thanks everybody.
See you later.
Those online.
thanks for tuning in.
All of us that are also